Judges chapter 19. In those days, when there was no king in Israel, there was a Levite living in the remote hill country of Ephraim. He took a concubine, a woman from Bethlehem in Yada. But his concubine became angry with him, and ran away to her father's house at Bethlehem in Yada, and was there 4 whole moons. Then her husband went to her, to persuade her to return. He had with him his servant, and 2 donkeys. She took him into her father's house, and when her father saw him, he gladly welcomed him. Then his father-in-law, the young woman's father, detained him, and he stayed with him there 3 days. So they ate and drank and slept there. On the 4th day, they got up early, and he prepared to leave. But the girl's father said to his son-in-law,
"Refresh yourself with something to eat, and then you may go."
So they sat down, and the 2 of them ate and drank together. Afterward, the girl's father said,
"Stay tonight and enjoy yourself."
But when the man got up to go, his father-in-law persuaded him. So he stayed there that night also. On the morning of the 5th day, when he rose up to leave, the girl's father said,
"Refresh yourself. Wait until afternoon."
And the 2 of them feasted and drank. Then when the man, with his concubine and servant, got up to leave, his father-in-law, the girl's father, said,
"Now look, the day is getting along toward evening, so stay here for the night, since the day is gone. Spend the night here and enjoy yourself. Early tomorrow morning you can get up and be on your way home."
The man, however, was unwilling to spend another night. So he got ready, left out, and headed toward Yebus, that is, Jerusalem, with his 2 saddled donkeys and his concubine. They were near Yebus, and the day was far spent. The servant said to his owner,
"Let us turn into the city of the Jebusites and spend the night in it."
But his owner said to him,
"We will not go into this foreign city whose people are not the children of Israel. We will go on to Gibeah."
He said to his servant,
"Come on, let us move on to one of these places, either to Gibeah or to Ramah."
So they moved on. They went their way, and the sun went down on them as they neared Gibeah in Benjamin. They turned in there to spend the night in Gibeah. They went and sat in the city square, but no one took them into his home for the night. But there was an old man coming in from his work in the field at evening, who was from the hill country of Ephraim. He was residing in Gibeah, but the men of the place were Benjaminites. When he looked up, he saw the travelers in the open square of the city, and the old man said to them,
"Where are you going? Where do you come from?"
So he answered him,
"We are coming from Bethlehem in Yada, going toward the remote hill country of Ephraim, because I live there. I went to Bethlehem in Yada, and am now going to the house of Yahweh. But there is no one who will take me into his house this night. We have both straw and fodder for our donkeys, and bread and wine for myself, my maidservant, and the young man. We do not need anything."
Then the old man said,
"Shalom unto you. However, let all your needs be my responsibility. Only do not spend the night in the open square."
So he brought them into his house, and gave feed to their donkeys. They washed their feet, and they ate and drank, as they were enjoying themselves. Some of the wicked, perverted men of the city surrounded the house and beat on the door. They spoke to the homeowner, the old man, saying,
"Bring out the man who went into your house, so we may sexually assault him."
But the man, the owner of the house, went out to them and said to them,
"No, my friends, do not be so vile. This man is my guest. Do not commit this outrage. Look, here is my virgin daughter and his concubine. I will bring them out to you now, and you can use them and do to them whatever you want. But to this man, do not do such a vile thing."
But those men would not listen to him. So the man seized his concubine and forced her out to them, and they sexually assaulted her. They abused her all night until the morning. Then, when the day began to break, they let her go. The woman came as the morning approached, and fell at the door of the man's house where her husband was, until it was light. When her husband arose in the morning, he opened the door of the house, and went out to go his way. There was his concubine, fallen at the door of the house with her hands on the threshold. Then he said to her,
Get up, and let us be on our way.
But she did not answer, for she was dead. So the man lifted her onto the donkey and set out to go to his place. When he entered his house, he took a knife, firmly held on to his concubine, and systematically dismembered her, cutting her into 12 pieces. He then sent her throughout all the territory of Israel, and the men whom he sent, he told to say,
No such deed has been done or seen from the day that the children of Israel came from the land of Egypt until this day. Think about this. Consider this. Tell us what to do.